this is just to allow us to update our codes to go with the new standard, which is the 2016 standard.
All right, any questions for Chief Stevens at this point? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the Mayor, I'm sure this comes with your approval since we're updating our regulations. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
By Mr. Jones, seconded by?
Second.
Ms. Baker. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the resolution is approved. Thank you, Chief. Our next item is Resolution 2018-50, which is building code regulations, and outside of saying ditto, Mr. Ingram, will you come forward and explain the resolution to us?
No, you ain't got no birthday.
As Buford said 2 to 4 years. The building codes are reprinted every 3 years. What we are requesting, based on an ISO rating and what the state of Alabama has already adopted, would be to move to the 2015 building code. Simply an update of what we currently have, which is 2009.
And we're really updating for an ISO rating and to come up to speed anyway, correct?
Absolutely.
Same thing with the Chief. All right, Mayor, and I'm sure this comes with your approval.
It does.
And this does not retroactively affect any existing projects.
It does not.
All right, any other questions? Comments? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
By Ms. Baker, seconded by Ms. Moultrie. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the resolution is unanimously approved. All right, and for the council's knowledge, as well as the mayor and the public, the Sheridan Amusements is not coming to Troy at this particular time. I don't think they realized their guy had sent in the request, but they are not scheduled to be with us until the fall of this year. So in an official capacity, the Sheridan Amusement LLC Carnival license, we will need to carry that over indefinitely. Is that correct terminology? Until they...
I'll just do away with the license application.
Okay. And do we need to vote on that or anything? Just, okay. All right, that is...
Do you want to explain the format of that? We actually didn't pass.
Thank you, Shannon.
Thank you, Shannon, for doing that. Thank you, Stephanie, for reminding me to thank her. And thank you, Clerk. Just for some information for the public, the last two resolutions that we passed are resolutions authorizing the clerk to start the advertising process of an ordinance, and we plan to have that ordinance, the first reading, at our May the 22nd meeting, with the second reading and either passage or whatever the council's actions are at the time on June the 12th. So you will see that notice in the messenger or other appropriate.
The fire will be it is if y'all sign it, the fire will go in Thursday.
Okay.
The building code will go in Thursday if we have a free copy of it.
Right. Just to let everyone know what the process is, that's how we'll proceed. And Mayor, that's...
There'll be a public hearing on June the 12th.
That's correct. Both of those will have a public hearing on the 12th for anybody who wants to speak for, against, or otherwise. Correct, Mr. Calhoun? All right. Thank you, Greg, for pointing that out. That concludes our normal business. I'm sorry. That's no problem. At this time, Council, with your approval, we will need to appoint Mr. Doug Kitchens to fill the unexpired term of the vacant supernumerary position on the Board of Adjustment. The current term expiration date for this vacant supernumerary position is November the 23rd, 2018, so we'll need to revisit that then as well. So is there a motion from the floor to approve the appointment?
So moved.
By Mr. Meeks, seconded by?
Second.
Mr. Jones. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the appointment is approved. And Mayor, we don't have any other appointments, so we welcome your report and comments at this time?
Busy time of year as school ends, and I know we've got a lot of college students and high school students preparing to graduate. Certainly, best wishes to them. Very appreciative of all the city staff and the volunteers that work so hard to make all the events that we've got going on now and in the coming days run so smoothly. Very appreciative to Mr. Rob Drinkard and the Troy Fest committee. I think Troy Fest was a great success, and appreciate all the city's help with that. We had numerous departments involved, and very appreciative for all they did to bring everything together. We had our annual kindergarten day this week. Again, couldn't have been done without a lot of help. With all the departments and all the city employees. So I'm very grateful for all of them, and just be aware as we get into the summer, and as we get ready to enjoy school, getting out. That means more kids are on the street, more things are going on. So. But it's an exciting time of year, and I think the university commencement is maybe May 11th. Does that sound right, Marcus? 12th.
Yes.
And then all the rest of the high schools in the county will graduate toward the end of the month. So as I said earlier, appreciate all of them, and I know the Pike Live baseball team plays for the state championship tomorrow, so we certainly wish them well. Unless you have questions, that's all I've got.
Any questions, comments for the mayor? Hearing none. Mr. Jones, welcome your comments.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I, too, would like to just say congratulations to all the young men and women who are graduating from the university as well as high school. And I would like to make a personal thanks to Mr. Von Ewan. On Saturday before last, he had a Stop the Violence rally, and it was very successful. We had a good turnout and very good motivated speakers. I wish and hope that we can do it a little more often. I think he want to do it on an annual basis. But I would like to see it done at least twice a year, because if we can reach some of our kids before they get caught up into all of this thing, I think that'll be a job well done. So my hats is off to him, and my hands open to him if he needs help. I just want to thank him, and I really appreciate his whole staff and everything they did, and all the motivated speakers he had. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Mr. Meeks?
Yes, I'd like to congratulate all the graduating seniors in this area. Also, would like to wish them good luck with the next chapter of their life. And also wish Pike Live the best of luck and bring home another state championship for Troy.
Thank you. Well said.
I will echo those comments, and also add that this week is Teachers Appreciation Week, and I think that we all could agree that we had at least one teacher or coach that probably helped to get us up here, and I'm sure everybody has that one that they think of. So I would encourage us all to make a point to reach out if we still can, and to thank them and thank the teachers in our community.
Thank you. Ms. Moultrie?
I just want to echo what Robert said about the Stop the Violence activity that happened over in Knox Street. It was a sight to see. It was, we had kids from all walks of life over there, and it was just something that I hope, as Robert said, will just continue to grow. And if we can help one kid, we've done a great thing. If we can just stop our kids from hurting each other. Really done a great thing. And so I want to echo and thank Brian also for what he's done, and the council and the mayor for allowing that to happen over at Knox Street. So we appreciate all that's done by the city council and the mayor to help us, all of us, try to stop all the violence that's going on with our children. We'll have a council meeting before the graduation at Charles Henderson, so I'll just save mine for then. These guys must be missing, but I'll be here. And don't forget, it's District 5 cleanup. Vaughn, if you see things now that we have to call, do y'all just automatically pick it up? I'm close.
I think they'll pick it up on their regular
Will
day.
you just pick it up, or you have to always call?
Maybe you'll be the one that put it out on the regular route, they will get it, or they can call it once a pick.
So as long as it's out there, y'all get it. Okay, thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Ms. Mosley. Vaughn, don't run off. Come back. I too want to echo just about everything I made a note to talk about has already been said, but I want to say it again. But please remember it's Business Development Week. Also remember Teacher Appreciation Week. There are a lot of teachers out there who had a lot of influence on ourselves, a lot of influence on our children. So being the son of a teacher, I understand sometimes the plight and sometimes the highlights in the life of a teacher. So please reach out and try to touch or say something nice to one of our educators in the community, whether it's in our public school system at Pike Live or New Life or any of those, or at the university. Thank somebody who helped get us to where we are. And I think that's what we need to do. I know the mayor signed a proclamation on Monday for National Corrections Officers and Employees Week, and we'd like to recognize them and thank them for their efforts. I too want to thank our employees and the volunteers who put Troy Fest on. That is a remarkable event. I was pleased to be a sponsor of the event, and you couldn't ask for a better thing to highlight our community. So our thanks go out to all of our employees and the volunteers who put that on. Congratulations to the graduates of the university. Friday will be the largest walking class that has ever crossed the stage at Troy University. Over 940-something individuals will actually walk across the stage. So if you want to come here, Kay Ivy, and you have a ticket, give the address. You might have to sit through a lot of names being called out in order to do that. But it should be a great day for the university, a lot of activity around the university, a lot of activity in our community. I hope all 940-something and their families eat lunch in one of our fine restaurants here in town and buy some gas before they leave to go on their way. To our local high school students, congratulations. I will be at graduation on the 23rd, but it's a great accomplishment for them. And Mayor, Kindergarten Day, you and your staff do a great job putting that on, and I'm appreciative. Congratulations to Pike Live. And I hope at the next meeting we get to say congratulations to them for bringing home a state championship for their school and our community. And Vaughn, it's my understanding there's a portion of Pale Avenue that will be closed next week for repairs. If you'll give us a little brief. They'll close on the 14th? Or
Monday the 14th, and it'll take approximately 2 weeks to do the repairs.
Pending weather. Pending weather.
Yes. So it's the repair sidewalk and also storm drain.
Okay. Just so the public's aware of that and knows to reroute if that's part of your ordinary travel pattern. And I believe I got everything that I made a note on. So with that, a motion to adjourn is always in order.
So moved.
Thank you. We are dismissed.
He said sidewalk. I said that's your trigger word.
Yeah.